The next one up is Michele Ahlman, and she's the president of ClearSounds Communication. And it's a family-owned business, and they pride themselves in providing high-quality sound enhancement and high dB gain products for boomers, seniors, and the caregiver market. And so I will let Michele talk to you about all the different devices. They've got signaling devices, TV listening systems, clocks, audio accessories, the whole 9 yards. And how does this simplify this evening?
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Susan. My name is Michele Ahlman. I'm with ClearSounds Communication. And who's ClearSounds? As Susan was saying, ClearSounds is a family-run business. My mom actually founded the company back in 1992, our mother company, no pun intended. We started as a distributor, and High Tech Group at that time became a distributor out of her inspiration to make a difference in the lives of people with hearing loss. I came on board early in my life. My parents broke all labor laws, and I was part of the team early in the beginning of High Tech Group. And with that, High Tech had gathered a lot of consumer data because we're the special needs center for AT&T. So we started in distribution, and at the time there was very little out there. We were distributing primarily through the Chicagoland community, products for people who are deaf and hard of hearing. And about 6 years ago, we really took a look at the market and started to take the feedback from these consumers and said, you know, we can do this ourselves and we can really create some powerful products. We were seeing firsthand how important these products are in their lives and what a difference it made. So in 2003, we launched ClearSounds as a line of amplified telephones and various communication devices that make a difference in people's lives. With our staff, we have about 100 years of combined experience working with people primarily with hearing loss. That's all we've ever done. Our mission is simple. It's to help individuals and families experience richer communication through better and clearer hearing. These products matter, and as simple as they are, there's a lot of technology that can go into amplification, into tone control, into all the different things that make these products work. What I want to talk about is why do they matter? What's the importance of communicating? Well, communication is important because happy, healthy relationships are based in our ability to communicate. It's how we share ideas and information, thoughts and feelings. To steal a quote that Dr. Hall used in the Brain Fitness seminar or panel, which was fantastic, isolation kills, community heals. That's so true when it comes to hearing loss. When we lose our hearing, we lose our ability to connect with other people. It impacts our lives because we become lonely. And that's a real problem for people. When they can communicate, when they can pick up the phone, and by simply pressing a button, can now hear their grandchild clearly where they couldn't before. But they can hear their friend and hear all about the exciting things they did that week, and they couldn't do it before. That makes a difference in their lives. It's how we create a sense of belonging. It is so important that we are able to hear each other and to have that conversation. Kind of ties into the whole brain fitness concept in that communication with other human beings is the most powerful way to stimulate our brains. So these products matter because they're simple, they're easy, they're familiar, and they allow us to connect with the people around us. Here's an example of just feedback we get from consumers. These products change their lives because they allow them to connect. You know, when a telephone is a dream come true to somebody, you know it makes a difference. I'm going to share a few stories with consumers, and I didn't get into the technology of what we do, because really what we're doing when we're selling amplified telephones and different devices that make life simpler, what we're doing is we're selling that person the ability to communicate and connect again. And we've had some one-on-one or very personal relationships with a lot of our customers. And one, the simple gift of giving the opportunity to say goodbye. We had a customer who had come to us to share his story. His wife was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and she was in the hospital, and he was having a hard time because she could not hear. She was very hard of hearing, and it was a really stressful time for the family. He came to us, he purchased one of our amplifiers. It's a handheld amplification device, very simple. But when he took it back to the hospital, and he had the opportunity to sit with his wife, and for her to hear him say goodbye, That made a huge difference. Something that changed his life forever. Something that simple. We had a child come in, the simple gift of beginning to learn. He had come into our office. We have a big showroom. We have a lot of products that anyone can come and try. He came in with his parents, and he was about, at the time, 6 or 7. At around 3, they had finally diagnosed him with hearing loss. For 3 years, his parents didn't know that he was having a hard time hearing. So it was difficult for him to speak. He was delayed. It was, again, family very stressful. And when he came in our office, they were looking for something so that he could watch the programs that he'd been enjoying but could never hear the characters. So we fit in with one of our TV listening systems, very simple infrared device that attaches to the television. And when his parents saw tears streaming down his face because he heard the characters in the program for the first time, it's powerful, something that simple. The simple joy of rediscovery. We have another gal who has a cochlear implant. This is a device that allows people with very profound hearing loss to hear by replacing the cochlea. It's a surgical process, but sometimes it can be difficult because here's an individual who for a good portion of her life had been so moved by music. It was everything to her. And when she started to lose her hearing later in life, it was very difficult for her to come back. And even with the cochlear implant, she wasn't hearing the music the way she heard it before. There was a hole. We fit her with one of our neck loops, which is a device that allows her to connect her cochlear to different telephones, her iPod, things along those lines. And when we sat and watched the passion in her face, when she heard the music she loved so much again, it's amazing how something so simple as a telephone, a neck loop, a TV listener, can literally change their life in a minute. So we're very proud of the products we manufacture, not because they're so technologically advanced, but because they change people's lives. Thank you.